An ice cold beverage served in a frosty glass just can't be beat. But who has the time to put it in the freezer and wait? Yeah, definitely not me. So unless you have magical abilities to cool glass on demand, you're gonna need some help. That's why a few years back, while I was much younger and much stupider, I came up with this. And what's the point of it, you may ask? To chill glasses. Yep, really. That's it. Oh, and it has some pretty lights, just because. But anyway, let's get into just how I ended up here. Making things cold is really annoying, and that's because heat likes moving from hot to cold. But to make something colder than ambient, we need to move heat from already cold to hot. This means we need to add energy to actively pump heat away from the area we want to be cold. Traditional refrigeration loops utilize something like Freon pumped through a loop of evaporators, condensers, and heat sinks to remove heat from one side and push it to another. These are very common in refrigerators and air conditioners because of their high efficiency, but at the cost of very large complicated assemblies. On the other hand, there's Peltier coolers. These accomplish the same thing, moving heat away from a cold area and towards an already hot area, but they operate in a much simpler way. Just give them power and they'll start pushing heat from one side to the other, so you'll end up with one side hot and one side cold. But it isn't all sunshine and socket wrenches. Peltiers have a fatal flaw.
Terrible efficiency.
Like really terrible. Where refrigeration loops are around 50% efficiency, Peltiers achieve a measly 10%. The Peltier I select is a pretty powerful one, sucking up 230 watts of power, and with nearly 90% of that power being converted directly into heat, a pretty large hot side heatsink is required. So, with that in mind, I found the absolute cheapest half-decent heatsink on Amazon, then I found an even cheaper heatsink for the cold side. I printed out a few parts, and done, just like that. So let's power it on, throw on a glass, and wait. And wait. And after a few minutes, you get a nice, chilled glass. Or not. Okay, fine, so this first attempt was a complete failure. In fact, it barely had enough power to even chill the heatsink on the top there, let alone to chill the glass to near freezing temperatures. Looks like I need to do some upgrades. Ah, perfectly in tune. So it turns out Peltiers have another limitation, and that's a maximum temperature difference across the two sides. In this case, 70 degrees Celsius, which means that if the hot side is anywhere near 70 C, I have no chance of getting the cold side below freezing. On top of this, my cold side heatsink and fan were just way too tiny and weak to effectively move around the chilled air. So with the new hardware in hand, it was back to CAD to draw up a new design. And once that was ready, I sent it over to my 3D printer. I'm using Noctua's included thermal paste here for the hot side, and making sure I carefully tighten down the bolts evenly so that there's a consistent contact pressure on the Peltier. This is very important to make sure the heatsink is operating at its maximum efficiency. So wiring this up is really straightforward. All I had to do was connect all the grounds and the 12-volt lines. But I did also include a small switch to operate the cool side fan. This allows me to pre-chill the top side heatsink for even quicker glass chilling once I'm ready to actually chill a glass. And let's turn it on. Throw on the glass, and wait. It's fogging up. It's doing it. As you can tell, I had really low expectations. And while this glass never got truly frosty, it's still really cold. I'd say it's just barely above freezing right now, which means there's just one thing left to do. RGB lighting. 20 minutes of soldering and a random Arduino later. So these LEDs are actually individually adjustable, which means I could do really cool stuff like this. But in reality, I just chose them because they have an integrated controller, so they're really easy to use, and they're pretty bright for their size. And with that, I'm all done. Would I recommend anybody build this? No, definitely not. It's pointless and kind of stupid, but if you're crazy like me and you want to make one for some reason, I've included all the files in my GitHub. Link is down below. If you enjoyed this project, please like the video and subscribe to show your support. Only 4% of you from my last video were subscribed. Shame! I'll be uploading new content every 1 to 2 months, and my next 2 projects are going to be much bigger than this one. So be sure to hit that bell so you don't miss them. Until next time.